Sup fam, we're back.
Yes, we are. Hello, and today we want to talk about tournaments. We're going to talk about what that looks like, our interactions with tournaments, why do we play tournaments. Honestly, I don't really schedule a lot of it because I need her to schedule most of it because I don't really understand what we're doing with all of that. It's just a lot.
And I need you to play them.
Yeah, so we definitely have our sides of the coin.
Yeah, for sure. It's been super fun though, getting into tournament play. The last few years, we started with like some golf week, amateur golf week tournaments, local stuff, very like recreational, but with like a little bit more of a competitive element, which I feel like has made it really fun. I didn't realize the difference when you just go play a tee time with some random people who are just there to like have a good time versus when you're in a competitive environment. The vibe is different, the energy is different.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. So that's been really fun. So we decided to step it up this year. So in, I guess, alliance with you and your goal to shoot par, one of the things that we talked about in like pursuing that goal would be being more frequently in a competitive environment. So we definitely stepped up the tournaments this year.
And then why do we play tournaments? In all reality, it's one, to elevate the game. I also think we're not trying to pursue anything with golf I'm not trying to make it a career. We're not trying to make this a career. Yeah. We're not trying to get on any type of tour of Korn Ferry or the DP World Tour. None of that. It's really just purely out of getting the competitive juices flowing, especially when you're not on a team sport. When you're approaching 40, you're not trying to pick up a game of basketball. I'll be honest, it's just that the competitive juices are just a little bit different. So this year we're going to try and play.
We were playing maybe 8
tournaments. Okay, great.
And I would say half of them are just like 1 day in and out style. And then I would say like half of them are 2, potentially even 3-day tournaments, which we've never done together.
Never done 3-day.
Have you ever done that?
2-day.
Only 2. Okay. And that was like
a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
So, which brings out different things. I think anyone that is trying to elevate their game should compete. I think that you can learn a lot from yourself. I think you can learn a lot about where your game's at. And a lot of the times with local tournaments, you're going to have different flights. So you're not really competing against everyone. You're competing against people that are within your handicap. And I think that that's way more enjoyable because you're all kind of on that same level. It's just nice it's harder to find this is no knock towards anyone, but as you start to increase and lower your score, it's harder to find people locally that are within that kind of same realm, and to find that competition becomes slim. Realizing that if you are breaking 80s, you're really only in the 2 to 5% of golfers in general. So finding that element because it does, I think you each help. We've talked about this many times about your opponent being someone that helps you and improve your game.
What do you feel like? What do you notice that's different about your game when you play a tournament?
I'd say the focal point, the ability to focus and be okay. Like, it's okay that you're taking this game serious. It's okay that you're taking this game to that next level. You're not like, again, I always get knocked on, are you even having fun? Yes, that's the whole point, is to really engage with the game.
You're more serious? You take, like, what do you mean? Like, give me specifics. Like, you feel more serious in the round, or you're taking more time to set up?
I think it's, all those. I think it's also allowed. Like the other, the other people are also taking their time, and that's fine, because when they're taking their time, I'm doing other things that help me commit to the shot that we're playing, or to reading the greens the way that I think they need to go. Like, just taking that little extra seriousness to it gives me a little bit more confidence in the commitment level towards each shot that I'm playing. It's a little bit heightened. Yeah, it's just heightened awareness of the elements.
Do you feel like you play better in a tournament setting?
Goes back and forth. Goes back and forth for sure. I think I can play better. I think that I want to play better. I think the motivation to win increases a little bit. And I think I've shot my better rounds while competing.
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good question. Which tournament this season are you most excited about and are you most nervous about? Or do you even know what tournaments?
I honestly don't even know what tournaments I'm playing.
Classic.
I enjoy it. I love being able to go out and play a practice round because that's when you get to discover different parts of the golf course. So you get to figure out what game you need to play that best caters to the challenges that that golf course has. So I think I'm excited just to play different courses.
How do you prepare yourself for a tournament?
The best way is knowing where the hidden spots are, what the golf course is trying to show you where to hit it, but where you're actually supposed to hit it. Definitely the greens, being able to see the different undulations and see where you can get away with, okay, here's a safe spot, here's a dangerous spot, because you don't know where they're going to put the pin placement. So it just...
So you just look at it online, or?
No, I mean both. We do both, and you get all the yardages in terms of that they have an actual yardage book for that golf course.
Yeah.
And then we figure out where's kind of the gaps.
Typically, we try to play a practice round, and even before we play a practice round, I'll try to like look at it, or at least I've tried to start like looking at the course ahead of time and coming up with a plan. Like we talked about this in a previous video, like having a personal goal for yourself for that round. Like obviously your goal overall is to shoot par.
Of course, sure.
But what is our goal on this day for this round with these conditions? And sometimes that's a 76, sometimes that's a 78, sometimes that's an 82. It depends on the day. It depends on the wind. It depends on the location. Like, so going in, I've been kind of trying to do that more, like set an expectation, a goal for us. Like our last tournament, our goal was 78. And then where are we distributing those? Where do we anticipate shooting a par? When are we trying to get a birdie? When are we going to be happy with a bogey? And like kind of strategically laying that out before we go in. And we were pretty spot on. Even when we went through our practice round, like we tweaked a couple things. Like there was one hole in particular where Joon was like, I can drive. It was like a dog leg to the left. And he was like, I can drive all over this corner, but I don't actually think that's the play. I think that we should take a forward and lay up and whatever.
Forward, yeah.
So like figuring those things out before like tournament day.
Agreed.
Right? Yeah.
Those are big things. And we're trying to figure out if this actually does increase lowering the score. Like we're still coming with different approaches. We've never per se gone this in depth with pre-planning and then having, that's all new to us. That's new to me. I think that if you're looking to explore shaving off strokes, like you start to have to approach the game a little bit differently. And maybe you're trying to write down just break 100. And so your goal is to have solid contact and make just a good swing, and then make sure you're lessening the errors of what's in your game now. So it really kind of depends on what stage you're at in terms of.
But I felt really successful that our goal was a 78 and we shot a 79.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, like that felt
good goal.
Like a successful tournament.
Right.
And you tied for first, and then had to do a playoff. We lost the playoff.
Which
all 3 times we played that hole, 18. He went in the water. Our practice round, during the tournament, and during the playoff. I was like, this motherfucker cannot.
It happens.
Get it.
Listen, it happens. It happens. So when could you start thinking about playing tournaments? I think you can play tournaments when you start to feel you understand like a little bit of the game and the little nuances, like the nuances of like what's etiquette. And then what are certain
tune in for other videos.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can get out there, and it's going to be nerve-wracking, especially if you've never played golf in a tournament setting. It's going to be very nerve-wracking. You're going to start to understand the stress and the pressure that comes with the first tee, that comes with having other people compete against you, you know, and it's not just a game of fun, and you're not just out there hitting the ball, which I mean, internally you could have that approach, but it is different.
What do you think, like, how does it feel sometimes when you're the only one out there with a caddy? Something you'll find is in a lot of like recreational style tournaments, people don't have caddies, people are not walking, they're still riding in carts.
There's a few walkers.
People drink, and it's still like some of those more casual tournaments are still like very recreational in nature. And I think I don't know, but there's a shift as you continue like into like more serious tournaments. But
there is, yeah.
Sometimes when we play those, like I'm the only caddy, I'm the only woman, and
I think I feel that I play better. I feel that it increases my awareness of the game. So what do I think? I think I need you to play with me. It's going to be a hard fact when I'm just playing by myself. I feel like I have to do way more. I have to try to grasp a lot more parts of the actual round, and there's a lot more ease and comfort when I have you caddying. So how do I feel about it? I feel great about it. Unfortunately, I'm starting to need it. Yeah, so I guess we're really kind of fresh into the season, and we appreciate where we're at right now, and hopefully we can continue to give you some insight as to your golf game, and maybe you want to start competing and what that looks like. And if you have any questions or concerns about that, please reach out. But thanks for joining. We'll see you on the next one.
See ya.